Hey guys, welcome to a new Hearthstone video. Today we are looking at a deck that was made by a friend of the channel called 8limp, and he was trying out a Control Priest deck. I haven't posted a Control Priest deck so far for the new Ungoro expansion. That's why today we are trying something out. And before the expansion was released, everyone was telling us that Priest is not that good anymore, is dropping hard. Yesterday I showed you a combo deck with the silent stuff, and today we have a Control Priest, and this one is also very good. I've tried that out a bit today on the ladder, and you can do some crazy stuff with that. So star of the deck is of course the new legendary, which is Lyra the Sunshard, which is costing 5 mana, has 3/5 in stats, and whenever you cast a spell, you add a random priest spell to your hand. So most of the priest spells, the random spells, are not super helpful, but still, getting more and more stuff into your hand, definitely really good. Especially if you not only have Lyra on the board, but also the Radiant Elemental, which is a new priest card as well, costing 2, 2, 3 in stats, so solid stats, and your spells costing 1 less. So if you have 1 Radiant Elemental on the board, or even 2, then your spells are getting reduced by 1 or 2, just like in Mage, the Sorcerer Apprentice. So that's more or less the same card, but only with some different stats, getting more health, so it's surviving a bit longer. And then with Lyra on the board and your spells reduced, you might just find more and more spells that you can play for 1 or 0, and then you will play a lot of spells in one turn, so that is kinda crazy. Another great new card is the Shadow Visions, which allows you to discover a copy of a spell in your deck. And you might even find another Shadow Visions, but normally you're looking for the card that fits the situation right now you are in. So if you are dropping that early and you need to kill a unit, you might want to pick up a Shadowword Pain to deal with a unit that has 3 or less attack. If you are seeing that your opponent is running a control deck, you might want to pick up some more late game oriented spells, so getting a bit more greedy. So it all depends on the matchup you are in and also the situation you are in. Depending on the situation, you might want to pick different spells. So that's just a super valuable card that is highly situational, giving you a lot of good options in general. What else do we have here? Crystalline Oracle is another nice card. A Death Rattle 1/1/1. Copy a card from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. So that's just a bit more value. We have the Binding Heal here. That is restoring 5 health to a minion and your hero, so that you can play for free if you have the Radiant Elemental on the board. Another interesting new card is a Curious Glimmerroot, which is a 3 mana, 3/3 unit battlecry. Look at 3 cards and guess which one started in your opponent's deck to get a copy of it. In my experience so far, the Glimmerroot is giving you the right card on a high percentage of the time, because I faced, for example, a Jade Shaman deck, and there it was kind of obvious what card he is running, so it was easy to pick the right card. There's a low amount of situations where I was not able to pick the right card, so normally you will get just another card from your opponent's deck. It's then just a random card, because it's not like you can see the 3 cards and pick the one you like the most. You need to pick the one that was in the deck at the start of the game. So it's more or less a random card, but it's additional value, and additional value is always good in a deck. We're running, of course, the Tar Creeper, which is an excellent 3 mana card. It's taunt and is getting buffed when your opponent is on his turn. So he's then a 3/5 and is good against aggro as well as control. He's working decently against midrange. He's just a overall very good card. Then the last one, which is new, is Free from Amber. That one is costing 8 mana. Discover a minion that costs 8 or more and you summon it. So this one is interesting because it is not only 8 mana creatures, but also 8 or more. So you can, for example, find Deathwing with the Free from Ember, which is then just dropping on the board as a 12/12. You can also find, for example, the new, I guess that was Hunter, or it could also be neutral, I'm not sure. There's a new charge unit, but that is, as a battle cry, not able to hit your opponent in the face. But because the battle cry is not activated when you play Free from Ember, you have then a 7/7 with charge that can directly hit your opponent in the face, or you can trade, of course. The Free from Ember, discovering a minion that costs 8 or more, is very strong. For your end game, you have Medivh the Guardian, which is of course still equipping you with Atish, great stuff of the Guardian, and the weapon is then, if you play a spell, you will summon another minion with the same cost as a spell. So Medivh on the board, dropping Free from Ember, for example, pretty huge. You're getting a minion that costs 8 or more, plus you're getting another minion that costs 8 exactly, then you have a really good board. And of course you're running the Arcane Giant because you will play lots of spell. Let's be really sure about that. You will play lots of spells. The Arcane Giants will cost 0. You will drop that for an 8/8 on the board. Pretty good overall. A tech card that is in the deck might be the Black Knight here. You might wonder why that is. And that is because right now there are a lot of strong towns, just like the Dark Reaper. And also Taunt Warrior is shaping up more and more. You see a lot of Taunt Warriors already on the ladder. And that might even go higher because Taunt Warrior, the Quest Warrior, right now is really good. So you can expect to see a lot of that on the ladder. Black Knight is helping you against that, but also against other decks. Right now, nearly every deck is running towns. And Dark Reaper is just so strong that the Black Knight is finding target in most of the cases. So far for the deck then, we will now check the game out a bit, the deck out a bit on the ladder and see some gameplay. So I'm currently rank 5, nearly rank 4, so hopefully we can improve that with our deck today playing Control Priest. So guys, starting our journey today against the Shaman for the start, I would say. Shaman can be a lot right now. Could be Elemental, could be Murlocs, could be Control. Also Control is not that often. Could still be Jade Shaman. So I would say we're keeping the Dark Reaper here. That should work out against Murloc and against Elemental. Powered Shield is also good on that, but we only need one, I would say for now. Mass Dispel might not help us too much against the Shaman. That's better against Death Rattle stuff and other good ones. There's Lyra already, Northshire Cleric. So we could just start with the Northshire Cleric, use the coin then on turn 2 for the Dark Reaper and Powered Shield or some healing on turn 3 and draw more cards. So if he's starting with the Murlocs, then that should be alright here. Especially the Dark Reaper, just killing the small guys early on. If the left card is gonna see play, I haven't checked if he was mulligan that, but if he's keeping the left card, then it's most likely the quest, so he's thinking about going for the right one, and that's why he's playing Elemental. Another Northshire Cleric.
Is someone injured?
So there is a decent chance that he's not been able to kill the Northshire Cleric, but on the other hand, he could kill it if he has the Jade Claws, for example. So with that, he could just kill the Northshire Cleric easily. I'm still not interested in dropping the coin here with the Powered Shield, because we want to have the coin for the Dark Reaper. That's our plan here. Even if he's killing the Northshire, we have another one right now in hand, and with the Dark Reaper, we can definitely heal something back on turn 3. The Elemental Shamans are normally there. Jade Claws, a good start for him. The Elemental Shamans are normally not running Lightning Bolt or stuff like that. Though the Jade Shaman, the Jade Claws was his more or less only option. The other one would have been a Flame Tongue. That is not happening here, and we will just now go for the coin into the Dark Reaper, which has 5 life, 3 attacks, so these units right now and the weapon not good enough to take down the Dark Reaper. Plus we will then, Flame Elemental, will then take down his unit. Of course, we also drop the Northshire Cleric, heal back, draw another card, and even another Dark Reaper. We're gonna kill the Firefly here. We're healing back, we're drawing another card. Got Shadow Word Pain, oh not bad. Especially if he's now dropping the Tolvir. The nice little taunt, there we go. So Tolvir is just so good to kill with the Shadow Word Pain. We also have a Mass Dispel, but we are not dropping that. We will just drop... See, we also have the Elemental, we might want to play that with Sunshard. Yeah, let's go for this. We're using the Shadow Word Pain. And let's take down...
Right away.
See, let's take down the... Yeah, let's take down this guy. And one in the face. We're keeping the Powered Shield right now, so that we can play that next turn on the Lyra the Sunshard. He's going for Totem, which is always the meaning that he's going for the Lightning Storm. There you go. Well done, my friend. And of course, he's sitting perfectly. So he's clearing everything. Not even the need to use a weapon or the unit here. There's not even the need for that. Drop another Dark Reaper, we are healing back to full life. So I might want to play Lyra and the Powered Shield the next turn, we will see about that. So he hasn't played an Elemental last turn, that means he's now not able to drop a card that needs an Elemental as an activator. But he also has only 4 mana, so what we can expect here is that he's dropping a small Elemental. Apparently not, that's only a mana tide totem. So he's drawing more cards. There's the root. So we have a few options here. We could just drop the Mass Dispel and then draw another card. That is an option. And I would say we're doing that because otherwise he's just drawing more and more stuff with the mana tide totem. I don't like that too much, so let's just use the Mass Dispel. We're getting another card here, which is the Holy Nova. Okay, that's fine. We can then also heal, so why not just hit this guy and heal back our nice elemental. And that's the power of the Tar Creeper. The Tar Creeper is just staying here on the board. He's not able to attack because the 3 damage is just too much. Small unit cannot hit the Tar Creeper, it's just going down. Flame Tongue, okay, that's helping him. But now he has a Flame Tongue here on the left side without another unit. So I'm not sure why he was dropping the Tar Creeper here on the right. He should have played that on the left side. So it was definitely a mistake. Mistakes were made. And Shadow Visions. I guess we're dropping that right now. Could also play Lyra, but at the moment I don't think that the Lyra will survive here that much with the Flame Tongue on the board. We'll check out what we have on the deck. There's a Dragonfire Potion, and that's the card I really wanted to see here. We cannot play that right now, but we can play that next turn. We will just clear everything. He has played an Elemental, so we can expect that he's dropping another strong Elemental. We're also dropping the Glimmerroot now. Let's see what is in his deck. And normally we should pick the right card. Shouldn't be too hard. So there's a Doomhammer. He's not playing Doomhammer. He's not playing Hammer of Twilight. He will play the Maelstrom Portal. So Maelstrom Portal is really good to pick up. And of course we were right. And we will now just heal back. So depending on how the board is evolving next turn, we could also just play, for example, Holy Nova and the Maelstrom Portal. And keep in the Dragonfire Potion for one more turn. We will see. He is at 8, so Kalimos can be played now, which is the huge Primal Lord. There's Aya Blackpaw, so unfortunately he's running a bit more Jade Golems in his deck than I like to see. But still, we can just use the Holy, we can still just use the Dragonfire Potion, clear everything, or the Holy Nova. Because the board is not super strong, we are going for Holy Nova and the Maelstrom Portal. So we're gonna clear everything. Plus, so we are getting another unit here, so he's getting then a 3/3 from the Aya, which is alright. So, do that. We're getting... Oh, this one is good. The mini costs 2 more, but the stats are very nice. So we don't care too much if the minis are costing 2 more. Plus he's probably just trading. Otherwise we are trading, so not a problem. Hot Spring Guardian. Are you trading, my friend? Oh, he's even... No, not interested. Okay. So, I mean, the 3 attack here, that's really not dangerous. Got the Potion of Madness. With the Potion of Madness, I mean, we can just... Let's see. Could get rid of the Jade Golem, or we can get rid of the Hot Spring Guardian if we hit the Hot Spring Guardian first and then use the Potion of Madness to steal the Hot Spring Guardian, then hit the face. We will also play the Lyra, by the way. So we are getting 2 cards from that. Oh, another Powered Shield, wow. Oh, the Elemental should have come a bit earlier. Damn it. So we're gonna hit this guy. We're playing the Potion of Madness. Getting another Spelly, which is a Shadow Form. That might be interesting. The Shadow Form might be very interesting because I'm not sure if he's really pushing that much damage. We might just go into the Shadow Form. We will see. He hasn't played a Hex so far, so if he has a Hex, he's definitely dropping that on the Lyra. And there is something. There's a Jade Lightning. Okay, so that is hitting the Lyra. This one's going down. Getting 4/4 Jade Golem. And I think that we will just go into the Shadow Form here. That might be indeed very helpful. Not sure if we're doing that right now, but we might just do that. Because he's not pushing that much damage, and we can just clear the board with a Dragonfire Potion, for example. I'm gonna take down his unit there. Let's heal back to 23. We will now also drop the Shadow Form. Let's clear his healing elemental and a healing totem, and we're dropping the Crystalline Oracle to get some more value. So the Shadow Form is originally not in our deck, but in this matchup and against a slow opponent, this one is definitely worth it. So he hasn't played Elemental last turn, so if he has an Elemental that needs an Elemental as an activator, he cannot play that here. And because we still have the Priest of the Feast, we can easily heal back a lot. So he's killing the unit with the Jade Lightning. We still have the Dragonfire Potion, so that's not a problem. Oh, we're getting Bloodlust, that's pretty shitty. But good to know that he's playing with a Bloodlust. So that should help us a bit. I guess we are keeping the Dragonfire Potion a bit longer. For now, let's just drop the Glimmerroot. And what are we getting? Yeah, I would say he's playing Mana-Tide Totem. He's not playing Dust Devil Nost Frostshock. So we have 12 cards left. He's at 15. We'll just drop the Mana-Tide Totem. And let's kill his Healing Totem. We will then use both units to trade here. Clearing the Mana-Tide Totem and clearing the Glimmerroot. Again, he hasn't played an Elemental last turn. There's a Black Knight. That means he cannot use an Elemental this turn that needs an activator. So we can kinda expect what he's dropping. If he has small elementals, he will play them now. Also with 5 cards in his hand, he wants to get some activation. So this one is going down to 1 life. The Hot Spring Guardian, which is an elemental. But also a taunt, so we are dropping the Black Knight on this guy. Powered Shield. Powered Shield. That is interesting. We can draw 2 cards if we just drop Radiant Elemental, Black Knight, and then Powered Shield for free. So we're gonna buff the Black Knight a bit. Let's see what we are drawing. There's a Binding Heal. That can help us. He will definitely kill the Radiant Elemental. So let's buff the Black Knight again. We are also getting Medivh the Guardian. Let's get rid of... Let's see, we will play Medivh next turn. I would say we are now hitting this one. Keep in mind that he has played an Elemental, so maybe now it's time for his activation. He could, for example, play the Blaze Blue, is that called? Blazer? Something Blazer, Hellblazer. That is dealing 5 damage. Forgot the name right now, sorry. But that's an elemental that is costing 7 and it's dealing 5 damage. Which is, by the way, 6 life, so the Dragonfire Potion alone is not good enough to kill that, but because we also have, of course, the Shadow Form right now, we can just kill it anyway. Going for the Servant of Kalimos, which is discovering another elemental. 8 cards left and we still have double giants in the deck. Oh, Devolve. That is kinda hurtful because we are losing the double buff on the Black Knight. But what we are doing is just dropping Medivh the Guardian. And we definitely have an interest to kill the... Yeah, we're killing this one. That is too dangerous. I would expect that he's dropping a big elemental now. Either he got one from the Servant or he still got the Kalimos in his hand or some other big guy. Best one would be the guy that is spawning the towns. Oh, he's going for Alakir the Windlord. Which is hitting. And another trade, so maybe it's time for the Dragonfire Potion. Dragonfire Potion it is. We got double Shadow at Death. Which is unfortunately not good right now. There's nothing we can kill. Yeah, I would say the Dragonfire Potion is good here. Clearing the board. We are spawning Bookworm. Alright. Nothing too spectacular. And we're also... Let's drop a Priest of the Feast as well just to get a stronger board. We have 6 cards left and there are still 2 giants in the deck. If I remember correctly. And we still have the Ember, which is spawning another 8 mana unit. So this one is working decently with the Tish. I mean, Bloodlust is an interesting card. Giving us currently 12 damage in the face. Creeper. Okay, this one is just going down. There's a Hex on the Priest of the Feast. Which is good, because then we are just keeping our huge units later. The Giant. There is the Giant, so why not just Kill this one. And let's drop the Giant. No need to play a spell right now. And there's also no need to drop the Priest of the Feast. If we need healing, we will just drop the Priest of the Feast, for example, alongside the Binding Heal. That's it. Right now, I want to wait a bit longer so that we get more value out of our weapon. One is at 10, we are at 5, so he's not dying into fatigue. We are definitely dying earlier, but we should be able to finish the game until that point. So after a long waiting time, he's finally deciding to go for the hero power and find the Lightning Storm, which is very helpful for him. Arcane Giant still alive. Wow, also a Maelstrom Portal.
Side effects.
And another Maelstrom Portal. Yeah, that has to be nice, dude. Has to be nice. I mean, these are all... Oh, I got another Dragonfire Potion. These are all not very strong. And we will, for now, I would say we're keeping the Dragonfire Potion as one card in his hand. We're just taking care of the Mistress here. We are healing back. He's also healing back, but he's at 29 already, so it doesn't matter. 4 cards left. There is still another Giant. There's still the Ember. Dragonfire Potion, with that we can easily clear the board. Will he now? Oh, he's just going for the face. Well, that is kinda insane. 1 card left. Dragonfire Potion is just killing everything here. Shadowword Pain. So do we want to just use the Shadowword Pain, or do we want to save that? I mean, right now his board is really not strong. I guess we will just take down this guy. We're healing back, we're getting another unity on the board, which is only a small unit because Shadowword Pain is not good. Grimstreet Outfitter. Alright, let's take care of this guy. And let's take care of the Ballamage Totem. We can then kill the Grimstreet Outfitter, that's okay. Don't care too much for it. So for the face. And there's Free from Ember. So that's the one we wanted to see here, definitely. Go for it. We're healing back, we are getting a huge creature. And this one is great. This one is great, but Ysera is just providing us with more value overall. Also 12-12 is decent, but Ysera is really good. We're definitely killing the rest of his stuff. We got the Kalimos, which is probably in his deck as well. We're now getting Staff from the Ysera, which is the Dream. We are turning a minion to its owner's hand. So, for example, we could do that on his units. We could do that on the Kalimos, but we are not running any elementals, so we're not getting anything from the Kalimos. There was still a Hex left, but as you can see here, we still have 10 damage. We still have the Giant in the deck. And we have the Shadow Visions, which is potentially not giving us anything, because it should be the last card, should be the Giant. Is that right? Oh, why are we getting a Dragonfire Potion? There shouldn't be one in the deck. Oh, that is interesting. That's really interesting. I'm not sure if there is really a Dragonfire Potion in the deck. That's an interesting interaction. So the last card should be normally the Giant here. And by the way, we're winning next turn because of the Bloodlust. If he's not getting a taunt here. There is a taunt, unfortunately, so then we can just do the Dream. So the last card is a Giant. Interesting that we are getting the Dragonfire Potion. That is really strange. Oh, anyway, we are just dropping the Bloodlust here and winning the game. That's it. And as you can see, that was kinda easy. Easy peasy, and let's go for another game. Here we go again, and now against the Warlock. A Warlock is most likely a discard lock at the moment. Dragonfire Potion is good against it, but I'm not sure if we really want to keep that long. So I would say we're just keeping the Radiant Elemental, dropping Priest of the Feast, dropping the Dragonfire Potion. Hope to find something early to play, and that's a Crystalline Oracle. So there is something early to play, and we can definitely see then kind of fast what he's playing. So the Oracle is coming. Because if the Oracle is dying, we're getting a copy of a random card from our opponent's deck. So it gives us a good clue on what we can expect here. Nothing for him on turn 1. Might just drop the Radiant Elemental and we'll go for the Powered Shield for free. More or less. There's a Glimmerroot that we can play, of course, on the next turn. And I really want to see a card first from his deck before dropping the Glimmerroot. Right now we cannot be sure what he's playing. If he's just going for the life tap, that could be a handlock. Or he's just sleeping and he's not doing anything. So he's life tapping. Then I would assume he's playing handlock. And we should find a decent big unit there with the Glimmerroot. Let's see. There is a Dread Infernal, Mortal Coil or Possessed Villager. Dread Infernal, he's not playing that, right? He could play Possessed Villager, but if he's playing the handlock, I would say the Mortal Coil is the right choice. We're doing that and we're getting the Mortal Coil, which is currently costing 0. Go for the coin. Are you dropping a Hellfire? Dropping a Twilight Drake. Okay, that's a 4-8. 4-8 is good. We got the Shadow Visions. Why not just play that? Yeah, free from Amber. And this matchup should be really good. He's going for value. We like to get that here. So we might just play or attack the Twilight Drake and heal back with the Northshire to draw another card. He's hitting the Radiant Elemental anyway next turn. So there's Medivh the Guardian as well. Then let's go for the face here. He's down to 20. He will then most likely take down the Radiant Elemental. He could also take down the Northshire Cleric, of course. But that might not be that strong. So yeah, as expected. There's also the humongous Razor Leaf, which is then getting silenced. And the Potion of Madness might not give us any value in this game, unfortunately. So let's draw another card. Getting the Tar Creeper. Okay, this one is gonna be on the board now. Do that. So he's either silencing stuff like the Razor Leaf, or he's just giving that some guards, some ward. And there's another Razor Leaf, so Sunfire Protector. There you go. Which is now, of course, hurting us. We cannot hit him in the face anymore. But we don't care too much for that. And we might just draw another card here. Well, that's a giant, currently costing 9. Could just steal the Sunfire Protector as well. Yeah, let's do that, right? Hit this guy, and we will also get another card here from the Crystalline Oracle, which is another Mortal Coil. Okay, good. Let's just end the turn. We will then heal the Tar Creeper next turn as well, drawing another one. The Mountain Giant is just going down to the Shadow of Death. Oh, also got the Black Knight. That's really strong, so we can kill the humongous Razor Leaf on the left side kinda easily. So I'm gonna hit this guy. We will heal back. We will draw another card. Get another Arcane Giant. We will hit the Razor Leaf again. And then next turn, going for the Black Knight, killing the 4-8 here. We can also then kill the Razor Leaf. Oh, it's just dropping the Abyssal Enforcer. Okay, man. Okay. And we now have double free from Amber. Wow, that is strong. Change of plans, guys. We are dropping the Medivh the Guardian. And then play free from Amber next turn. As long as he has no destruction on the weapon, we will be so good. Another Mountain Giant. He's just going for the face. Wow. Just going for the face. Let's see. Let's kill this. Black Knight. Currently down to 21. We're just going for the face here. Down to 6. He has no chance to kill us here normally. Still going for the face. There's a Twisting Nether, which is okay. We will now use the Free from Amber. We have a chance to just kill him here with the Free from Amber. No, not happening. But what we are picking is Ysera. It's just too good. We are also spawning. Okay, we are spawning Gromash Hellscream. And with that, we are just winning the game. That's amazing. And with that, guys, we are at the end of today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you liked the deck, give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. More Hearthstone content is always on the way, and I will hope to see you then in the next video of Hearthstone Deck Guides. See you then, guys, and thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.